Hello everyone, and welcome back to year 9 of TwoClan. As you can see in the picture in the background, we have a new leader this year, which also means that we lost some cats, so let's get right into StarClan. The first cat we lost this year is unfortunately Frost Daisy, who became a medic only a few moons prior. Frost Daisy was the first of 3 to die of sickness this year as he died to yellow cough. He was 86 moons old. In StarClan he is happily reunited with his mom, Frontclaw, and unfortunately the Frontclaw family line did die out with him. Yellow Bright also died this year, not due to sickness but because of an infected tail wound. In StarClan he made up with his sister Featherspot, and together they now try to find their missing brother Lakeheart. All the young warriors who were kids last year miss Yellow Bright dearly, and Timberflame was devastated that she lost her last adoptive kid like this. Yellow Bright was 54 moons old. And, with a lot of pain in my heart, I have to announce that Frost Lightning also died this year. They died to white cough and were 50 moons old. They only became a parent last year and didn't get to see their kids get their full warrior names. They miss their mate and kids a lot and watch over them from StarClan. And the next cat is Jellyby, the previous leader of TwoClan. He was 153 moons old and also died to white cough. The clan was devastated by this loss. Jellyby watches over the clan and tries to guide the new leader from time to time. He is also proud of his kids, especially Girlsand, who achieved great things this year. And last but not least, we lost Slushy Shell this year. He retired at the very beginning of this year and died at the very end at 155 moons old. He was happy as an elder and liked telling the kids all kinds of stories. Near the end of the year, his old age slowly got to him more and more, until he eventually drifted away in his sleep and didn't wake up. Those were all the StarClan cats for this year, now on to the Living Clan. Goldstar is the new leader and he's 88 moons old. He was very nervous at his leader ceremony and feared the StarClan would reject him because he would make a bad leader. But once in StarClan, Jellyby and the other cats assured him that he would do fine. The first cat he saw in StarClan was Setterstrike, an old friend that died way too young. Setterstrike gave a life for second chances. Then came Frost Lightning, another friend whose loss was still fresh on his mind. Frost Lightning gave a life for endurance, and he quietly asked Gulquill to keep an eye on Bramblefoot and his kids. Gulquill was surprised and breathless to see his mother, Jerpspeckle, walk forward. Jerpspeckle's eyes shone with pride for his son as she reached forward to give a life of courage. Then came Frost Daisy, a cat the clan also lost very recently. Frost Daisy gave a life for healing. Drip Branch walked forward, touching noses with his old mentor like he did when he was an apprentice, so many moons ago. Drip Branch gave a life for determination. Gulquill couldn't believe his eyes when Yellowpaw stepped up to him, the brother he lost so long ago. Yellowpaw gave a life for mentoring, and told Gulquill he's happy for him and his half-brothers, and to take good care of them. Frontclaw was next, and gave a life for selflessness. Then came Sneezesting, as confident in death as she was in life. Sneezesting gave a life for acceptance, and Gulquill had to grit his teeth to accept his life. Finally, there was Jellyby, who looked at Gulquill with pride. He gave a life for leadership through dark times, and announced that Gulquill would now be known as Goldstar, leader of TwoClan. Goldstar has done well this year, despite his own doubts. However, something is stirring outside of TwoClan's borders, which may bring trouble in the future. As deputy, Goldstar chose Curlsand. I really thought that he would go for Rice because Rice is his best bud, but Curlsand complements Goldstar nicely. While Goldstar is still insecure about his new position and tries to hide this by sticking even closer to the warrior code, Curlsand is confident and a bit looser with the rules. Curlsand is sad to see his father, Jellyby, go, but he hopes to be a great deputy in his memory. Curlsand has done well this year and he actually developed a pretty big crush on Slowing. Curlsand is now 43 moons old. Having returned to being a medic after many moons, Lavernabelly is now the oldest medic of TwoClan at 100 moons old. While she does miss going on hunting patrols with her mate and the kids, she does plan to keep the medic position until her retirement. She has gotten an apprentice this year, her grandkid Icepaw. Lavernabelly has had some trouble opening up to Butfleck, and the two have butted heads often. Because whereas Belly likes the medic den as a quiet workspace, Butfleck tries to keep it lively and often invites kids and apprentices over to play or teach them about herbs. It has taken quite some time and a lot of mediation from Crowtail and Iceball for the two to get kind of along. Butfleck is now 78 moons old, and she is slowly getting sick of Belly's strict and stubborn behavior. Because Butfleck is from another clan, she has learned different methods and techniques, and it frustrates her when Belly refuses to use them. Although Iceball does seem eager to learn these techniques. Butfleck misses Frostdaisy a lot, and it feels like it's another punishment from StarClan, another sign that medics should not have mates or kids. StarClan took both of her close partners, Squiddusk and Frostdaisy, and her forbidden kids. And, well, another reason that Butfleck dislikes Belly is that Belly has a mate and kids, seemingly without making StarClan mad, which makes Butfleck a little jealous. Butfleck does have a small crush on the Crowtail, but because she's convinced that she's cursed, she is too terrified to make a move. Iceball is now 14 moons old and the youngest medic of TwoClan. She is an ambitious young she-cat and chose the medic path because she felt like she could accomplish more by being a medic than becoming a warrior. She's doing well with learning all the herbs, but has had a bit of trouble reaching StarClan. However, she is confident that she can overcome that hurdle. Sometimes, when she becomes uncomfortable with the tensions in the medic den, Iceball hangs out with her siblings. She is sad that she has not received her full medic name yet, while her siblings and friends are all warriors already. But she hopes to receive it soon and works hard to show Belly and Butfleck that she is ready. Our only mediator Crowtail is now 43 moons old. He has been busy this year with mediating the relationship between the two main medics and the regular disputes between the warriors. Because he spent so much time around medic den, he saw Butfleck a lot. Butfleck gave him some fun-colored herbs and Crowtail decided to wear them in his belt. He did eventually start flirting with her, but as soon as he did, Butfleck quickly tried to find something else to do and ran away. Unfortunately, he has yet to talk about it with her, partially because his last moons were also very busy with solving disputes outside his clan. Flax Clan and Snail Clan are at each other's throats, and Crowtail has tried to help them, but especially Snail Clan's leader has refused to listen. Rice is now the oldest warrior of the clan at 100 moons old. They trained an apprentice this year, his daughter Rooklight. They love training her and spending more time with their kids this way. Also, Rice came out as non-binary this year. They are happy to have finally figured themselves out. Also, they have developed a small crush on Goose Chaser. Goose Chaser is our next senior warrior at 94 moons old. He adopted a young kid that was left to the clan by a loner, Renpaw. They created a close bond in the few moons that Renpaw has lived in the clan. Other than that, Goose Chaser has had a quiet year and just enjoys being a warrior. Larimore Chessum is now 89 moons old and he misses his hunting patrols with Belly. He now mostly hunts with Rice or his kids and grandkids. Because Larimore Chessum no longer has Belly constantly by his side to temper him, he clashes more often with his clanmates. He did also train an apprentice this year, his grandkid Buzzardwing. Although Buzzardwing is very different from Larimore Chessum personality-wise, the two got along great and Larimore Chessum was proud to see his grandkid blossom under his wing. Timberflame is now 84 moons old. She was devastated to have lost Yellowbright this year, the last kid of the litter she adopted so many years ago. She knows that she is still lucky to have her 3 youngest kids, but the loss still hurts a lot. Timberflame and Bramblefoot have grown close after raising their litters in the nursery together, and the two friends have helped each other through their losses this year. Bramblefoot is now 65 moons old. She lost her mate Frost Lightning to Whitecough this year, and she has been struggling to get through this loss. Luckily, she still has her family and friends to support her and her kids. Near the end of the year, Gulster finally gave Bramblefoot her first apprentice, Renpaw. She really enjoys training the enthusiastic Tom, and it has distracted her a bit. However, Bramblefoot has foreseen darkness in the future, and has dreams that she can't seem to shake from her mind. Slowwing is now 38 moons old and having very mixed feelings. He accomplished a lot this year as he successfully trained Stumpy Cloud, but he's slightly frustrated that he wasn't chosen as deputy. He wants to be jealous of the clan's current deputy, but he just can't find himself to dislike Girlsand. Girlsand is supposed to be his rival, not his crush. This conflict in his head has made Slowing slightly mad. Whenever he confides in his brother Fallen Feather about it, Fallen Feather just tells him to ask Girlsand out. Apparently, even his brother doesn't understand that you obviously cannot date your rival. And the omens that Slowing sees are not clear either. They predict both great loss and great happiness for the future. Fallen Feather is now also 38 moons old. Together with his brother Slowing, he trained an apprentice. He got Green Tumble and the two got along great. Fallen Feather even thinks that he may have learned more from Green Tumble than she did from him. Green Tumble's fierce loyalty has inspired Fallen Feather to be the best warrior he can be. Although he's not as extreme about it as Slowing is, his efforts have been noticed by some of the most senior warriors and the leader. Robin Spark is now 23 moons old. He graduated early this year and was honored for his observance. Robin Spark is a real asset on the patrols. He is alert and always has a clever way of thinking. He's also a fast runner, which makes him a good hunter on the open grasslands. He often patrols with some of the other young warriors and his older siblings, Slowing and Fallen Feather. Luckdart, the brother of Robin Spark, is also 23 moons old. He is shameless, a fish-like swimmer, and a great storyteller. He often tells embarrassing stories about himself or his brother, much to Robin Spark's annoyance. He can also often be found sleeping in another cat's nest. Whether this is on accident or purposely to annoy other cats, I don't know. During his ceremony, Luckdart was honored for his foolhardiness. I don't know what that is. Apparently it means behavior in which you take unnecessary risks. Strange thing to graduate for? Stumpy Cloud is one of our newest warriors and is 14 moons old. Her cute name was suggested by Kindra Core Bridge. I just hope I said that correctly. Stumpy Cloud is an adventurous and confident warrior and was trained by Slowing. During her warrior ceremony, she was praised for her daring, although this trait is also what led Stumpy Cloud into a bunch of trouble as an apprentice. She has steady paws, and like their mom, she is incredibly clairvoyant. Stumpy Cloud's visions are almost always brought by a large thumb with a pattern that looks a lot like hers. She has yet to decipher the dark meaning of her visions, or who the strange thumb is. Buzzardwing is the brother of Stumpy Cloud and Icepaw and is also 14 moons old. His name was also a suggestion by Kindra Corbridge. Buzzardwing got hit hard by the loss of his parent, Frost Lightning. To help him remember his parent and to cope with grief, Bramblefoot gave Buzzardwing forget-me-not flowers. Buzzardwing is a soft-spoken but strict cat. The latter was a trait he learned from his mentor, Larimar Chasm. He is incredibly clever and was honored for his guidance when he became a warrior. Mellowshade is now 14 moons old. He's a big soft boy and still insecure. However, he is an unusually strong fighter and has a connection to StarClan. He was trained by Goldstar, and at first he was very nervous to be apprenticed to the then deputy. But Goldstar made a good mentor for him and helped Mellowshade develop more of his skills. Mellowshade was honored for his strategy at his warrior ceremony. The sister of Mellowshade is the loyal and oblivious Green Tumble, also at 14 moons old. Green Tumble was mentored by Fallen Feather, who helped her become a formidable fighter. At her graduation, Green Tumble was honored for her hard work. Brooklight is the last of the young warriors, and the sister of Mellowshade and Green Tumble. Her name was also a suggestion by Kindra Corbridge. She is righteous, a great hunter, and has helpful insight. She was mentored by her father, Rice. Initially, the two had some problems. Brooklight refused to do anything she did not agree with, or argued with her about warrior code was right. But after some mediation, the two learned to understand each other better. She eventually graduated and was honored for her boldness. Brooklight also got Jay feathers from Slushy Shell, who encouraged her to keep believing in her own morals and think critically of the warrior code. Brooklight misses the old Tom a lot. Currently the clan's only apprentice, Brandpaw, is 7 moons old. He was left to the clan by a loner and taken in by Goose Chaser. During his few moons as a kid, an osprey tried to snatch him out of camp, and he was left scarred from the event. After he healed, he had already reached apprentice age and was apprenticed to Bramblefoot. Grandpa loves the little, competitive games that Bramblefoot sets up for them. He is confident and has an active imagination. Lastly, we have Coyote Stone, yet again the clan's only elder. She's now 160 moons old. She is enjoying her retirement and watching her kids lead the clan. It is funny that all her 3 living sons have special positions in the clan: leader, deputy, and mediator. She hoped to maybe one day meet her grandkids, but she knows she will probably not meet them in life. Her old age and old wounds are getting to her again, so maybe it is time for her to reunite with her loved ones in StarClan soon. And that was year 9 of TwoClan. There was no big event, mostly just drama between the cats. But next year is going to be interesting, and it will be the final year of the TwoClan series. And I may need a little bit longer to wrap that year up. I usually try to keep these videos 3 weeks apart, but I may need a 4th. So I'll see you all later.